In this tutorial, we are going to see how to create a Windows virtual machine from the portal. So on the portal, you can see virtual machine, but you can also search it from the search resources and services bar. Click on virtual machine. Click on create. I want to select Azure Virtual Machine, not the preset and other kind of VM related solutions. So I will go for this first option. I will click on it and then it opens up to few details. So in the details, we have now created resource group for this VM. So we're going to create new one and we are going to call this resource group this RG. You can give it any name of choice provided it aligns with the naming convention and patterns of resource group naming. And then we are going to give virtual machine name. So this virtual machine name is actually different from the username of the virtual machine, which we are going to use to log on from RDP. Okay, so the virtual machine name, I will call it this VM. Region, I will leave UK South as default. Availability zone, I will leave as default as well. Security type, I will leave as default. And then on Windows, I will select Windows Server 2019 Data Center or any choice depending on what you want to achieve. So I can still go on to select any of these here, maybe 2016, 2022. So maybe I will select Windows Server 2022. And as you can see there are other images like Debian, Oracle, Red Hat, Ubuntu, and the rest of it. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we want to create Windows VM. So I will choose Windows Server 2022. And I will leave every other thing as default. On the size, you can leave at default or choose whatever size you want. But for the purpose of learning, I will leave this size as standard. And also, we can choose this if you don't care about the free eligibility. Then I will give username for the VM. And this is the administrator login part of the VM, not the VM name. Okay, so I will call it admin user. And then password, you follow the naming pattern of password. There must be a capitalized letter, lowercase, a special character, and the number. Okay, so your both password must match on the confirmation password side. Okay, on the public inbound port, we can open port 80 so that we have an install Windows web server feature to be able to have the default web page of the Windows IIS. I'll go next and I will leave everything as default. And then in the network, you see it's gonna create one VNet for us. So I will leave all as is and leave everything as default because I don't have any script for custom data or user data, so I'll still leave as default. And tags are also optional. I will leave as default. Click on create, review create, and then create. Give a little time for it to create. The creation of the resource is complete, so I'll go to resource. But before I go to resource, it's good to know that other resources created alongside the network security group, VNet, a public IP address, and the network interface card, and this is the VM itself. Okay, so I'll go to resource. We are going to find a way to connect to this resource and this Windows Virtual Machine, and we are going to click on connect and select this first option. The second option is if we want to connect via version, so via the Azure portal instead of via our local machine using the remote desktop protocol. So both version and our local machine uses the same RDP to connect to the virtual machine, but now we are going to connect from our local machine. So I will choose this first option, connect, and then I have this page. This is our username, admin user, and this is our public IP address. I will scroll down and go to download RDP file. I will click on download RDP file, and then click on keep. We'll open it and try to connect. Click on connect, and then put our password. And connect. When this pops up, you can say yes. And the virtual machine is we are connecting to the virtual machine via RDP and giving it time to load. So now the virtual machine is loaded and ready for use. So let's try to install the web server feature. I'll go and type PowerShell. Now click on PowerShell. So I open the PowerShell and impute the Windows feature command to install the web server and hit enter. Windows feature successfully installed. So I can go back to the browser, copy the public IP address of this virtual machine, or this public IP address 51.142.10.79, so we can get it from the portal as well. So let's head on back to the portal. So here in the portal, we have to copy the public IP address and to check if we can access the default IIS web page. Hit enter, and there we go. So we're able to access the web server because port 80 is open. So that's it for Windows Virtual Machine. We're able to create Windows Virtual Machine in a VNet and in a resource group. We're able to see it in action by accessing the default IIS web page. Now we have to go back to the portal and delete the resources. And one more important note, by closing the RDP does not mean that the Windows is shut down. You actually have to go to the portal to shut it down or to delete it if you no longer need it.